no need for an artist to apologize about just giving us something that is passionate and beautiful and funny or any of those. No need to apologize for that. So the historian says it's not my business, and the businessman says it's not my business, and the lawyer says it's not my business, and the artist says it's not my business, and whose business is it? You're going to leave the business of the most important issues in the world to the people who run the country? I mean, how stupid can you be? I see all sorts of people who are doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. Where are our citizens among us?
Bunker talk, like not even bunker, like trenches, like trenches talk, like the things that I would say to you guys would be stuff like, oh man, I just had the best piss of my life, but it gets over there, don't step in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not in the usual corner either. Yeah.
No, because it's like, we're stuck there for weeks and weeks and weeks, and stuff gets ankle deep. The Low Life Podcast is brought to you by British Petroleum and Walmart.
And the letter Q, and the letters Q and the number 6.
Yep. All right. Look, I'll probably put the theme music here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a sound effect with a fart sound.
No, God.
Class.
Okay.
No, maybe I'll do something cyberpunk and have like a ringing phone.
Or just
No, you got to do the modem.
Zing.
Modem.
Oh, the modem. I got the modem.
The modem tone is good. Yeah.
Sorry, I'll stick the 24 theme countdown in here somewhere.
Cool.
But hey, I know it's been a minute, right, guys?
Just a little bit.
We haven't had an episode in a little while. Lots happened. Lots been going on. Been very busy. I'm not going to get into all of it. Scum isn't here, you'll notice, because he has a job now in the plumbing mines.
Mm-hmm.
So he's doing
that guy's working hard.
Yeah,
he's in the heat.
It's how Mario gets around, man. And I think Zero will be joining us soon. He's still putting the kids to bed. They're full of sugar. I feel that. It's late, It's like 8 o'clock here. Can't imagine eating candy or drinking a whole fucking Mountain Dew 10 minutes before we got on the air. And this is Coin Ops. I'm here with Gru.
Yo.
And Dan.
Good evening.
And we are having this episode to kind of tell you guys where we're at and where we're going to go.
Right.
And where we're at is like, we're kind of gobsmacked a little bit. Like I have a problem. This is me confessing here, where it doesn't shut off in my head. I can do, like, the only thing that gets me out of it is when I put about 3 or 4 beers on top of it and DJ for a couple hours. Like that's it. That's the break I get in the noise. The rest of the time I'll be mopping in the morning and I'm just thinking about how, like, wow, this is just like a weird cascading disaster and I can't see like from where the danger is coming first. Here, let me put on some post-punk playlist on, the house system at maximum volume while I mop, and that helps a little bit. But it's trying to come up with like an episode these days for me has been a real struggle because, it is that thing where like the dystopia is happening and we're in the midst of it. And my interest isn't necessarily like, at the same time, I don't want to like harp on that. I like making fun of characters like we did with Carp and stuff, but I don't want to be like, and then in today's news, the dumbest shit you've ever fucking heard in your life happened again. You know, because I'm getting tired of it's getting repetitive now. You know, everything's
It's
they're
like
out of ideas, the thing's collapsing, and they're the most boring, unimaginative fucking pieces of shit I've ever seen in government in my life.
Well, and this is where, I'll be honest, since we're talking about where we are,
Yeah.
the place I am, and it's probably coming from a bit of a place of privilege, and I'll acknowledge that, is it's not that I'm ignoring it, but I know what I can do and I know what I can't do. And I'm not going to spend my time thinking about things I can't control. I mean, do I think it's bad? Sure, I think it's bad, but I don't want to live in it. I don't want to give it that much power. And it has a lot of power, believe me. I'm not, those of you that are in a much worse place, I get it. But like this podcast, I don't want to spend my time talking about the thing that everyone else is always talking about. I don't want to swim in this constantly. I would rather us talk about art, the art of resistance. We talk. We have a cyberpunky thing that we do that we like, but just because we're living in a dystopia doesn't mean we have to talk about that dystopia. Why don't we talk about things that are in similar dystopias, and this is how people build community? I would like this to be an escape and a release valve and not commentary.
Yeah,
and that's just my personal thing, because I know where I want to spend my time. And it's just not thinking about, it's not dwelling on things I cannot control or even influence significantly.
And it's funny you use the word swimming in it, because right now doing a cyberpunk podcast is kind of like, having a fish podcast that's all about water. Yep, sure. There's sure is a lot of oxygen going around up here too. I mean, it's just, what do you do? It's having, astronauts in space having a podcast about stars. Well, yeah.
I don't feel like I have anything necessarily tactical to add to the conversation, because like I'm not in the midst of, say, organizing in real life right now.
I'm just trying to keep my life organized. Geez.
Right? Yeah, I'm trying to, like, my entire plan at the moment, for us is like, be good till not. That's it. It's that simple, and it's only going to last that long. You know what I mean? And if not, then I worried about nothing. Fine. Good.
Right.
Cool. I'll have a beer about it.
Where I am, one of the things that I love to do is run and sometimes play in tabletop role-playing games. Sometimes it's virtual, sometimes it's not. But giving people an escape for 2 to 3 hours through a story, that's where I like to live these days. And, I give money to the places that I think it'll make a difference. I try to do some volunteer work here and there in my community, but no one can be healthy and live in this. And I think that escape valve and using art and metaphor as a way to think around the problem, I think is good. And I think if we can provide that as a community service and give people a place to come to feel like they belong, that is what I really like. Like I really enjoy what I'm hearing some of the other cyberpunk podcasts do. Like Hosts in the Shell, they're doing 30-minute episodes on things that they just haven't talked about yet.
Oh, I saw they just did a Short Circuit, and I'm dying to listen.
Yeah. And they have a guest on sometimes they don't. But I think that there's room for us to do that stuff in a way that isn't too labor intensive, because I recognize, CoinOps, you're working a lot. Dan and I work. Scum he's doing the magazine, and that's all they can do.
Zero's raising kids, man.
Zero and kids, and it's just it's all a lot. But I think we need to make time to connect with our people. Like Rushkoff says, find the others. And that's what we need to do. And finding the others doesn't just mean sitting in front of the general store and grousing about the politics.
Right. That's fun to do over like a beer.
Yeah.
It's good to vent. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's good to vent. But I at the same time, I'm not that guy that's like I'm an expert in this field. You can't be. You know, I
Mm.
like it's even the sources that I generally kind of like go to that are like a layer or two deeper than the evening news. None of that shit makes sense. It feels like like Steve Bannon's flooding the zone with shit times 1,000.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because there was a point where you'd be able to get some decent insider shit, but now it's all local stuff from places like I'm not from. I'm not seeing kind of a countrywide take on things. Like it's uncertainty. Like we're in that kind of uncertainty, and that's where I'm hobbled a bit. And I'm
Mhm.
glad we're doing this because I want this to keep going.
Right.
You know
And
what I
I
mean?
maintain that we need to make choices. Like
Hmm.
if we're just expecting it to go away and
Oh
get
yeah, no,
better, no,
yeah,
it's not going to. You need to make a choice to not watch certain things. You need to make a
Mhm.
choice
right.
to walk away from certain or to replace them with something else.
Hey, look, we can
Just
just say that we're talking about the Avengers Doomsday trailer. Like we can just.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
No, I know what you're saying.
but I mean, I think there's when things suck,
Like
find
the
other
Avengers
things.
Doomsday trailer.
Yeah.
Right. It's like Mr. Rogers said, find the helpers.
Right, exactly.
Like that idea is like, look who's not being an asshole. Like let's attend to that because it's like ants crossing a river kind of shit. Or a
Yeah.
stream or something like that. They form a structure. It's a meaningful thing, and they climb over
Yeah.
it. And
I mean,
rising tide raises all boats.
when you look at the things that bring these kind of systems down,
Yeah.
it's always a community. It's
Oh yeah.
always a group.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we're those people because we're not those people.
No, but count
um,
us among them.
Yeah.
right,
At the
exactly.
same time. Yeah. I mean, that's what I want this to matter. And
Yeah.
I want us to move this in a direction where people can take a fucking break,
Uh-huh.
especially people who are even more obsessed than I am, like the actual, news wonks and shit. But
Mhm.
it's just
That's
hard to get
important.
anything.
Yeah.
That's important. I actually got off of like a lot of the podcasts, all of the podcasts that talk about the daily news.
I got a
All of that.
couple.
I listen to like 5 minutes of NPR in the morning, and then everything else. I mean, things filter to me throughout the day,
Yeah.
but I don't go seek them out. There is no amount of Pod Save America that I can listen to that will make me feel better. I
Right.
might feel some
Exactly.
Schadenfreude. I
Yeah.
might feel some camaraderie. I
Yeah.
might get a chuckle. But,
Yeah.
I think you have to make a choice of if the thing you are doing sucks, do something else. And it's a choice.
Yes. Yeah.
And
No, I think that's kind of the theme going forward.
mhm,
That idea that this is what the choice looks like. It isn't I choose to be a billionaire. I choose to have Lambo. It is I choose to stop doing this thing that sucks.
Mhm.
mhm.
I wish smoking sucked more. That's where I'm at because
Yeah.
I still like it. I
I mean,
look cool, man. I look cool when I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm sorry. Don't if you're under 18, don't listen to this. But,
no, no, but I mean, I've, we were before the show, we were talking about how we feel that American media has let us down in a number of ways because,
mm,
uh, it's terrible,
Mhm.
and so,
yeah,
we were talking about going back to old movies. We were also talking about going, I'm reading a bunch of Chinese science fiction translated by Ken Liu, and
sweet.
it's wonderful stuff. And it's that feeling when you discover something that's really great, it reminds you how much everything else is sucked and how much you don't want to go back to that. And
Mhm.
those are
Yeah,
things that I want to share with people, not
yeah,
because I know more about them, but like, here, man, here's this cool thing. It made me
yeah.
feel good.
It really feels like in the face to face that's really gone away a lot because of just
Yeah.
internet culture,
Yeah.
influencers, et cetera, et cetera. That the oh gee shit, man, did you read this fucking thing? You see this movie?
Right.
You hear this
Mhm.
album?
Well, yeah. I
Oh
mean,
my god, you should have seen me like the week after I actually listened to that Boards of Canada Inferno.
uh-huh.
I was annoying about it. I was like,
hmm
I,
But
I apologized.
but I mean, the physical water cooler has gone away, and the
Yeah.
internet now has companies standing between you and the other people.
Mhm.
And we have to make a choice. We can't just expect Facebook to get better. We can't
Ugh.
just expect. We have to go and make the thing.
Yeah.
We've done some of that around here. We do have our own Matrix chat. Not a lot of people are on it, but it's
I'll
still
figure it
there.
out, man.
And
I'm a dipshit.
no, I'm not talking about you, but if that's your jam and you want to come join us there,
Yeah.
we have that. That's
The talk
available.
is even
to-
nerdier than the Discord.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, I can imagine. I'll be sitting in there being like, "Hi guys, I'm the troglodyte." Like,
But there
does
are
it have a cartridge?
there are so many alternatives, but I know people who are bitching left and right about X and Blue Sky, and yet they won't go to Mastodon because it's just so hard. It's not.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
been active. No, sir. It's been actively keeping me out of it for 2 tries, attempts at different logins. Like
And I have offered to sit down with you no less than 6 times to work it out, and you have not taken me up on it. So whose fault is that? I ask.
All right, fuck me. I know.
But my point is, nothing changes unless we make a choice to change it.
Mhm.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Whether it's a small choice or a big choice or something.
Well,
I mean,
all we've got are small choices, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know about
Yeah.
you, but my sphere of control is like this big.
pretty tight.
And my sphere of influence is not much larger.
Mhm.
So, at the end of the day, the only thing that I can do here is vote.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I've got. I've got one thing that I can do every couple of years.
Well, I
And
got that.
Yeah.
You know,
We've all got
I
that.
don't trust my farts
But-
anymore.
But the other thing we can do is build a place.
Mhm.
Right.
And, to be fair, our Discord is active. I mean, people
Yeah.
are talking
Very
all
much
the time
so.
on it.
Yeah.
Our Discord's great.
I would love to see more art and music than politics, but it's on everybody's mind.
Mhm.
And we have some really insightful people. There are
Yeah.
folks on there that know more about Russia and Ukraine than I will ever know. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's fascinating, and sometimes it's ooh, I'm going to pass that one by.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm even talking about with like I look to the like even like I said, a couple journalistic layers deeper on topics like this, and I just come to our fucking Discord. They got Oleg's got it lit up. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on with that crazy drone? Oh man! Oh wow! You covered that tank in shopping carts. What the fuck do you call that? It's just awesome shit.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Terrifying.
you get that. You can still kind of get that, quote unquote mainstream thing, but with that weird side hustle that's going
Mhm.
on there, like with the drones. Like today, I learned that apparently their Ukrainian forces are shooting down drones by taking up like a training plane, and there's a guy in the back with a shotgun. This is our modern warfare, folks. We're
This
back
is
to
This
we're
is
back to guys
Snoopy.
in the back dropping grenades, and he's got a shotgun to take out
Yeah.
the airborne. The next thing up, a beagle on a doghouse. That's what we're going to get up there.
That's
Yep.
where
Well,
it's some Snoopy shit.
Yeah.
This is insane, man.
I know, but I mean, it's some of that stuff is fascinating because
Mhm.
I'm sort of wondering. Nothing accelerates technology like a war.
And porn.
After this
Now,
is
porn and
and
war.
porn and
Yeah,
war.
porn and war.
Same thing, right?
Which is not the best
yeah,
tabletop role playing game there is, but
No. But point is that after this, where's the technology going to be, and where are those hackers going to go? And what are they going to go do?
Yeah.
Because there's
Hopefully they're not going to put another app attached to a fucking fridge, man. Give me
There's
something good.
there's a talent pool there that's
Yep.
going to go looking for something to do, and I'm very interested to see what happens there.
busy hands are happy hands,
Mhm.
I mean,
What
no
Von
one knows
Braun
more
do?
about drones now. No one knows more about drones now than Ukraine.
Mhm.
So
Oh
that's-
yeah. That's a crazy thing.
I mean, and
We're all like hobbyists here, going to Lowe's and spending $40 on a thing you clip your phone to, and these motherfuckers are building shit out of what they
But-
found and just
but
taking out a
anyway,
building.
to me, that's about creativity and ingenuity under fire.
The street
And
finds a use for things.
I love that, even though it is current events, right?
Mhm.
I mean,
Well,
so-
I mean, here's the thing. I think the way if we're gonna we're gonna have to, but like when we discuss current events, I want it to be from like, okay, as a creator, let's ask like a few questions about this. How would you portray this in a book? How would you portray
Right.
this in a song? How would you portray this in a painting?
Mhm.
You know, like what is it you're trying to get across? Frankly, you know what? Put it on the docket. Don't want to know when it's going to happen, but I think we should take a look at, or at least I'll, take another look and put some notes together for Howard Zinn's Artists in a Time of War,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fantastic.
because I think that's like my link
Yeah.
to not completely letting go without like 100% being like, oh guys, look, the ending of this book is exactly like what's happening on, it's we know.
Mhm.
That's where we're at. I think we all know.
Yeah.
We know. Look around. Look, we know. Look at how
There's a
like
reason that William Gibson stopped writing cyberpunk novels, because
yeah.
science fiction just became, well, that's what's
Why
going
does
on.
every trivial fucking thing in the world need a goddamn twat and app?
Yeah.
We don't. We have a website.
The answer is capitalism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually is.
The secret's in the name.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it isn't
Yeah.
like even distributionism. It isn't
You know-
make sure the hungriest are fedism.
Yeah. Mhm.
I know, I think you bring up a good point there with the Howard Zinn. I being a technologist for 30 years, I really want to delve into the street finds its own use for things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I find it fascinating. I for as much as a bunch of whiny bitches as the hacker community can be,
Love them though.
love them,
Yeah.
love them,
Fucking
Find his
love 'em.
kind.
because someone will come out with the thing that is going to stop the piracy, and within 6 hours someone has a crack.
Mhm.
Someone has a way around it. And it's always beautiful. Remember when Sony had the stuff they put on the CD that they said,
Mhm.
oh,
The
you'll
DRM
never
shit?
be able to break it, and then they used a Sharpie and just ran a Sharpie around it, and it completely defeated it. So
Yeah.
this is what I mean, is that I love the street finding its own use for things. I
Yeah.
think talking about some of that stuff when we can find it, and
Yeah.
some of the really interesting things that are out there technology wise
Yeah.
is good. But I mean, the technology is just an offshoot of that creative impulse, which is
Mhm.
exactly what you're talking. Artists in a time of war. These are
Yeah.
hackers in a time of war, and
That's right. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. And keep in mind, listener, this isn't like yes, Artists in Time of War is a thing I'm going to talk about, but I think we're trying to hammer out like the direction,
yeah,
Mhm.
and we're
like
doing
how,
it with you.
yeah, with you guys listening along, so you can like hit us up and,
We'd like your comments. We'd
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
hear
Join
what
us
you
on the
guys
Discord.
think.
yeah,
Yeah,
jump
and-
on the Discord, fucking hit me up on Blue Sky, whatever, yell at me.
Yeah, you can find Dan and I on Mastodon. Come talk
Yeah.
to us, but because we're curious about what you guys are seeing and what you guys
Yeah.
are hearing and
Yeah.
what you want, because I mean, what we do.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of creative people coming from different points of view.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun to get a lady on the
Yeah.
show. at
Oh
some
my
point.
God, please.
I mean, a
Are
bunch
you
of white
talking-
dudes
Are
sitting
you
around.
talking about
Actually, that's not
DEI,
fair.
sir?
Did
I
you
know.
adjust your trilby when you said that? Like,
Exactly. It's a
But no,
lady.
seriously, right?
No,
like we're
but-
we're all kind of dudes of whatever
Mhm.
orientation, and it's like, yeah, like we're not. I can't bring you the feminine anything really.
No, I mean, but one
Like,
of the
like
things
most
that
men my age, I'm 50. So.
right,
Same,
exactly.
yeah, right.
Like, but what Scum, what a lot of, and I credit Scum primarily for this. He's turned Neon Dystopia into a platform
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
queer cyberpunk fiction, and
Hell yeah.
where it is, and we all love that. We all applaud
Yeah.
it. We read some.
We're
really
trying
great
to.
stuff.
That's why we talk in this thing to shove you to that thing. Like that's
Right.
the important
Yeah.
thing. This is the fun
Right.
thing that we all get to do, and But
But,
the
you
the
know,
And then we,
Patreon
ask
goes.
then we ask you to go read something. I mean,
Yeah,
which,
and it's
But
like
we need-
5,000 words or so.
we need
ballpark.
more voices. We need
We do.
more people talking about this.
And we don't. It won't necessarily. Here, listener, this is the thing we've also talked about, kind of off mic, was that it's not necessarily like all five of us. It's a lot. Some of us can't make it all the time, And like I'll be giving Gru and Dan the keys to the kingdom here, so they can like pop off a recording when I'm not around.
Yep.
Because I'm just busy. Everybody's
Yeah.
busy, and sometimes I'm just tired as fuck, And I'm just like, yeah, we could do the recording, but like I need to take nappy and then I can do the editing.
Well, and we've learned that coordinating 5 people, or like, all right,
Yeah.
are we all going to take a piece? Is someone going to be the guy, and everyone else is
Yeah.
going to talk about it?
Who's the
Just
stand-in
working
for
that.
the audience?
Yeah.
Whereas when Cornops, when you and I did the Ambrose Bierce episode, it was just you and me.
Yeah.
And it worked out great, and it was a
Yeah.
tight little half-hour kind of fun thing. But
Yeah.
more of that, please.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're a listener and you've been a listener for a real long time and you have something you want to say, I'll disguise your voice and I'll put that shit in the Logic and fuck it up so you don't lose your job. Don't worry about it. Like, I got your back.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
Yeah,
Because it's just, we haven't had guests on in a while either, and it, like I said,
We need
scheduling
to
is a
do that.
mofo. Like, I do need to get a hold of hosting the show because they get to pick the next movie, and then one of us gets to pretend that we watched it and then didn't actually watch it, and then we get to spring that on them at the last, because that'll be funny.
Yeah. No,
But
I would love to talk to those guys. I'd love to get some author. Like, we had one of our short story authors come on. I'd love.
Oh,
to
that
get
was
more
so
of
fucking
them.
good.
That
I
was a
would love to
blast.
get. There are authors out there. Like, I keep harping about T.R. Napper and how he's a wonderful author. I would love to get him on the show. Have I written him? No. Why? Because I'm a pussy. But I will.
Here's the thing. I call it executive dysfunction.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a much better word for it. I just haven't gotten there yet. But
And there are consequences to yes, because you write TR Napper, and TR Napper's like, yeah, why the hell not? Oh shit. Okay, well,
Here's what we're going to talk about. What's your favorite beer? Let's go. The interview thing, I've always wanted that to not necessarily be anything that they've ever been asked before.
Oh yeah.
Like, let's just have a convo. What are you into? All right, where are
Yeah.
you at? Well, what are you promoting? Let's get that out of the way, and then we'll talk about it
Yeah.
again at the end. And in the meantime, all right, what's like the funniest movie you've watched in the last, like, say, 3 weeks? Or something. What's the funniest thing you've seen on the internet? And then we could just kind of go from there and discuss like how that fits into anything else. Because I think a lot of what folks don't understand is that, like, well, maybe they do. I think a lot of folks do kind of understand, but they don't see it enough. There was this article somebody on Aftermath wrote today about how they hate covering anime because it's like if you're dealing with the studio, it's so much just a PR thing, and it's not like a conversation with the creator. And I love just a straight up interview with somebody that's just dirty. You know what I mean? Like not like dirty, but like let's get a peek at your mind, because you'll fold that into their work in a way that them telling you what their work is about doesn't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Do we? Oh, there you are. All right.
What?
Are you? I didn't know if you froze, grew, or.
We have a storm here, so the network's in and
Big
out.
same, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah, because we got a big storm hitting us in about 40 minutes. So it's probably hitting you now. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm getting some thunder outside too. So.
All right. So all right.
By the way, the weather's weird.
Oh yeah, we had a tornado. Like, a lot's been going on. Listen,
Canada's on fire.
Canada's on fire.
Everybody talks about the weather and no one does anything about it.
I'll tell you, we need to get that uranium P, whatever the fuck Marvin the Martian had.
Oh, the Iridium P35 space modulator.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I might have the number wrong, but yeah.
Modulator. That's stuck in my head forever. Anyway,
I think the other thing that I would love to talk more about here are games, whether they're role playing, tabletop, video. I have no less than 50 really cool looking games that are allegedly coming out between now and the heat death of the universe. And I would love to, like, I'm very excited for, I don't know if anybody here played Cloudpunk or watched.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
Cloudpunk.
Yeah.
But Nivalis, or Welcome to, or actually it's called Nivalis Nights now, is coming out at the end of September, and it is based in that city, and it's kind of a life sim. You go, you have a noodle shop, you do things. I've been excited for that for 2 or 3 years now. I'm really looking forward to it. I would like to talk about that with people. Because you're right. I mean, especially, for me, I work from home. And my wife tells me to make sure that I go out at least once a week to go talk to actual physical humans, because otherwise I get a little weird. But these are the things like I used to talk to my people at work about, or I used to talk
Mhm.
to people at the shop about, and I just don't have that anymore. And I
Yeah.
would love to do that. I wouldn't mind getting some sort of book club going. We're starting something
Mhm.
in the chat, where we're going to start reading the big book of cyberpunk, one short story at a time, because no
We
one
should
has
probably
the.
make a separate channel for that, huh?
Yeah, we probably we
Yeah.
well, let's see if anybody else wants to do it. If it's just me and Dave, we'll take it
Just keep it
offline.
in text
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, but yeah, but these things that build community. I want more community out of
Mm.
this, other than just logging on and staring into the void and letting the internet shove content in my
I am
face.
the
Content.
yeah, I'm the loner weirdo that doesn't do that much. Like I just kind of like poke my head in and hi,
Well, yeah, I mean,
here's a story about a guy wielding a chainsaw at a Walmart parking lot.
right. I
Oh,
mean,
Monday in America.
that's epic poetry stuff. I mean,
that's within walking distance of my house.
yeah.
I
Well, and I think that it
love
would be
home.
fun if we were going to talk about news. It would
Mm-hmm.
be a lot more fun just to pull up the last police blotter from the cities we live in
Oh, that'd be a good bit.
than talk about the national news.
I wonder if
because
there is
the national
even one
news is like
right
the weather.
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody talks about it. No one does anything about it.
Right,
Well,
right,
and that's
right.
the thing when it comes to the news. I like watch one local channel
Mhm.
because the lady that they usually have doing the that's the anchor that does most of the news reading. She's like mom, grandma. She
Mhm.
falls over her words. She's an absolute sweetheart.
Oh
She
yeah.
just like it's like I like watching you. And if you're not reading the news that night, or she's on assignment, or she's got the night off, fuck this. I don't even care, and I'm certainly not watching the national news.
Yeah.
I read my local newspaper. It's not the newspaper because they don't print anymore, but
Yeah.
I've
Right.
got their RSS feed and I go through that. RSS.
We still
feed.
have a Vindicator, but I think it's owned by Trumbull, like the Tribune Chronicle or something.
Mhm.
And we're like the offshoot of it. But
Mhm.
somebody now is, I guess, going to be starting to do something at the old Vindicator building, which is kind of cool.
Mhm.
I don't think they're going to fucking make another goddamn newspaper. They might turn it into a
What a
fucking.
great goddamn name for a newspaper, too. The fucking Vindicator.
It
It's
rules, right?
better than
Like-
the Times Herald or some bullshit. The Vindicator.
I love some of that stuff that's popping up. Like, have you heard about XCSB?
Mm-mm.
No, I've heard
Okay.
XJCD.
Okay. No. So WCSB was the Cleveland State.
Oh, right.
Cleveland
Yeah.
State public or
Like college radio?
college
Yeah.
radio station.
Oh,
They
I love a good
criticized the
college
administration. The administration shut them down. They just rented a building in downtown Cleveland, not a building, but an office in downtown Cleveland, and they are now XCSB. It's the same crew, and they have an app, they have a website, and you want good college radio. It was the best college radio in the area.
Hell yeah. Man.
You can still
CSB.org,
get it.
beloved. Yeah.
So go support them, xcsb.org.
Well, hey,
that's
yeah, we'll
the kind
put
of
that in
stuff
the
I
link.
want to. That's the kind of stuff I want to talk about.
Yeah.
People doing things, not the
Oh,
federal.
this is a
bullshit.
place that I want to go, like, just friggin' visit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, man. All right. Yeah.
And they're
Uh,
getting
an
a
old-
website too.
Shoot
an
me
old
that
buddy
in
of
the
mine-
Discord chat.
An old friend of mine might still work there, Dan. If that happens, I'll get you in touch.
Oh,
yeah.
I love a good college station. I love a bad college station. Fuck it. I mean, they're
I missed
they're
107.9 the
entertaining in
end.
the best ways, you know.
Yeah, 107.9 the end was great.
Yeah.
There we go. And then there was also, like, right now we have the Summit,
Yeah,
which is
the
like based
summit.
in
the
yeah, buddy.
Summit.
Yeah, buddy.
91.3.
still bringing it.
Yeah,
They do
they're
events
great.
at West Side Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh, heck
No,
yeah.
they are incredible.
Two or three of the DJs like have their birthday party at West Side Bowl. It's fucking awesome.
91.3
packed.
is public radio. It's
Yeah.
not national public radio. It's public
Yeah.
radio. It's all music. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
They do this. They have these
WYSO
shows on a
WY
Sunday where they
Yeah.
get a DJ and they just let it, like, they just get, hey, what are you into? Okay, cool, boom. You get like an hour or two to play nothing but the most niche polka music you can fucking find. You know what I mean?
Oh, that is
Yeah.
my jam. Yeah,
It's-
there's a
I love
station
it.
in Louisville
The
kind of like
weekends.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the weekends are
W
huge.
WYSO out of Yellow Springs, the town that Dave Chappelle owns.
Mhm. Yeah.
They have an app called Novaphonic, but they do a ton of different music programs throughout the day. You know, a
Mhm.
lot of NPR stations, it's all NPR, or a lot of public radio stations,
Mhm.
it's all NPR all day long. These
Yeah.
guys are not that. You
Right.
know, they have great tunes. They've
Yeah.
got everything from like Soma FM stuff all the way to gospel bluegrass to hip hop to Latino. I mean the whole thing. It's fantastic.
The
Those are
one
the
time
things that excite me.
I went to Rochester, New York, we woke up one morning, or like we drank ourselves into a fucking slurry one morning with some actual real imported ouzo.
Mm.
That you
And
won't do in Rochester.
yeah. Well, my buddy just had he got some like through customs somehow, and we got fucking tanked. And that's how I discovered they had this really good fucking college station there, and I have no idea what it's called. But that's how I discovered DJ Cam, and I was like, who is playing Ninja Tune at fucking 4:25 in the morning? What is going on? It was so good. Anyway, we basically have just discussed.
No
I'm sorry.
names. No
Z-
names.
Let's take that again from the top. I'm sorry, Zero.
I don't know, guys. I'm not
it's
buying
only-
it. I don't think
34 minutes. I'll do the edit at 34 minutes. I'm saying this right now.
this. I've been lurking for a minute. I've been listening. I don't know
Just
if
bleep
this.
it out.
I
That
don't-
way you don't even have to.
I think the
fuck with it.
music.
Yeah, there
is
we
just
go.
like I think it's a fad. I don't think it's going to catch on. I think.
No, I know. It seems
it's
so
like-
Can't make
ethereal.
money off of
It's
that.
like writing.
It's just in the air and then it goes away. I do remember that car on 66 when the cicadas were at maximum volume, just blasting Not Like Us louder than them somehow. It was like, I'll never forget that. These things were at 125 decibels, and this thing was just like crush, crush, crush.
Nice.
Drake's a pedophile, crush. How are we nostalgic for those days? Anyway, so Zero, we basically come to don't want to wallow. We want to like kind of encourage art.
Want to bang on the drum all day.
Want to bang on the drum. Yeah, build a community. You know, have people play games together and stuff like that. But also have like these episodes. You know, be our interests. Be kind of like like I never stop thinking about this shit, and I need a way to process that in a way that isn't like self harm. You know what I mean? And I think like we can still talk about current events, but it'll be under the guise of some main topic. Like we will definitely be coming to this with like more book reviews, more interviews with authors, getting together with the guys from hosting the show, and you know a couple other places, and see where everyone's at because it's been a crazy couple fucking years.
Yeah, having a different lens. I really liked when we did like Wag the Dog, which is definitely a commentary. You know,
yes,
I think looking at how art has dealt with this sort of thing in the past is a good way of handling it. But I know for me, and this is like I said, this won't go for everybody. I just don't feel like commenting on all of it all the time because my thoughts are relatively small on it. This is bad. It needs to stop.
Hey,
that's kind of
you know that thing that sucks. It still sucks. Yep, still sucking real hard.
Literally, the only thing I have is just get a bunch of Coke bottles, keep them in the basement, just stick some.
My kind of thing is like if we can't say something
the bottoms, just let them sit there.
More or better or more articulately than other people are already doing it. Why should we try to? You know, like. Producing a podcast is a hard thing to do, whether you're doing it full time or part time. If you want to produce a good product, and if you're just giving the same thing that you can find anywhere else, it's kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah, I don't have something to say every day. I have days where I just want to nap. You know, I don't. And who the fuck wants to hear me talk more?
Well, I started listening to you guys because it was
same
topical but unpolished.
Yes, if we get a fucking business card, man.
I don't like overproduced. If there's one thing that I'm always disappointed by is that people are really, it's like the band's first album, right? The band's first album is great, and the second one is inevitably going to sound overproduced or suck or something.
Yeah.
And I find that with a lot of podcasts they start off interesting, they start off personal, and over time, as they begin to either take money in or have to or try to get mass appeal or something, it just becomes the lowest common denominator and gets bland.
Yeah,
And
or they work too hard and there are too many different things to follow that I'm just
Right.
out.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
like you guys. That's cool. Okay, you maybe get one more thing. That's about it. You know, like,
my favorite example of this is 99% Invisible. That
Mhm.
show was
Mm.
incredible in the beginning, and they did the Radiotopia thing, and that was good because it gave more voice to more people. And then the more business got involved, the shittier everything got.
Mhm.
And now I couldn't be bothered because
Yeah.
you listen for 5 minutes and it's 7 minutes of commercials, and then so
Yeah.
I've noticed over the years that on my podcast apps that I use to listen to a podcast, that the adjustments that I have to skip forward have just grown. Used to
Yep.
be 10 seconds, then it was 30 seconds, now it's a minute.
Mhm.
And there are some shows, and I'm not, no shame. I mean, they got to make their money. But like last podcast on the left,
Oh,
I can hit that minute skip button 5 times and I am still not out of the fucking commercials.
and that is enough for me to never listen. And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you say, people are doing this for a living. They got to make
Yeah,
their money.
I get it.
that.
I mean,
but
it's
but
either
I
ads or your soul, one or the other.
well right.
Well,
but
this
but
is a
then
passion
I'm
project.
just not going to listen
Well,
to you because
Yeah.
what
Right.
you're doing is not.
Thankfully, I don't
worth
have
it
the
to me.
time or
That
energy
level
to produce a better
of
product.
commercial
I
is
don't need
not
better
worth it.
help. Thank you.
No.
I have a lot of
Right.
like interesting
See?
ideas.
We're
and
insulated.
then,
You
like,
need to
when I go
update the
explore
website
them,
with
I
that
end up passing
slogan.
out
I
on
think
the couch,
that's
like
the-
scrolling on my phone.
I think
Yeah.
one of my favorite ever like company like logos, I don't want to say corporate because they're kind of indie, is Hooge Tunes. They did a bunch of spectacular like progressive house in like the 90s. I mean, there's no shortage of bangers. It's
Mhm.
hundreds. I don't have time to talk about them. But it was always a decade of half decent house. That was their slogan. And I bought so many. I have so many of them sitting in a crate down there. I love them. They're beautiful. And that's I felt like as long as your heart's into it, it doesn't have to be fucking polished. I
mean,
don't listen to the high production quality of like the noise artists I listen to.
We remind me of, and this is what I like about these sorts of podcasts. A bunch of guys having beers in their garage on a summer evening,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the topic just takes off and goes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
kind of feel I would love to have.
Yeah.
And I think we do most of the time. I mean,
Yeah.
Right
I
down to the
don't-
beer. Yeah.
right down
Yeah,
to the beer,
frankly.
right.
Yeah.
But like I say, I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. If
Yeah.
it's going to be produced, it's probably going to be an audio drama of some kind. Midnight Poker for the win, by the way.
Right.
Okay, check that out.
But anything else is I would like to hear real people and their real thoughts. I don't.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like what you said about Wag the Dog. That's why I wanted to do network so badly.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Wild Bunch for that matter. Like this, I keep harping on it. I love that movie. I think I'm gearing up for another viewing. But like this idea of looking at the thing we love from the outside. Now, take this thing that doesn't resemble it in the least, and then apply it to what you're trying to do in your story or what you're trying to make. Like there's always that outside. That's always helped me. That's helped me love the things I like more.
Yeah.
I like the weird sci-fi that doesn't have the big special effects.
Yeah.
Like Predestination is one of my favorites.
Oh, that is an amazing movie. I love that movie.
Banger.
Yeah.
Fucking
Absolutely.
banger.
The Quiet Earth.
Quiet Earth. Oh my God, we need to
Quiet
do an
Earth has-
episode about that.
The Quiet Earth has almost no special effects. It's like a zombie movie, but the zombies never show up.
It's like that movie. I saw that too young. That's definitely
yeah.
one that we need to revisit. Like fucking. Oh God, me and T watched Possession over the weekend, and boy, she did not enjoy that.
I haven't seen that, but when I looked up a still from it, I mean, oh my God, Sam Neill is like 12.
Oh yeah. It's a great film, but it's wildly uncomfortable, and it
are you
made me
old
think
enough to be
about
part of the
things.
union? I don't know if you're old enough to be part of the union. Can you
Yeah,
sign a contract?
81, man.
Yeah, damn.
He didn't age poorly at all either.
No.
No,
R.I.P. to a real one.
Yeah,
You know.
he was one of my.
if I could look half as good at that age, I mean,
Oh,
I remember the
Huh.
first thing I saw him in, The Omen 3.
That's right.
yeah,
yep.
he
Yep.
did a good horror movie.
Oh
my
my
god,
God.
he was always
Well,
good
and
in horror.
also the horror movie that scarred me, the movie that scarred me the most
Mhm.
was the one that he was at Event Horizon.
Oh, I
Event
loved
yeah.
it. Oh, that was we watched that with
screwed me
Dad.
up. I was like, no. no more.
Event Horizon is like you get to the end of Disney's
I
The
went
Black
to
Hole,
see that
and
one
then
in
you
the
go
theater. Yeah,
further.
that was good.
Yes.
Like they daisy chain real well together.
But so, oh yeah, me too.
Mhm.
That was a mistake.
In the Mouth of Madness.
Oh,
In the Mouth of Madness is
yeah,
a
but- yeah,
masterpiece.
And that was the thing when you said you had watched a Sam Neill horror movie from way back. I was thinking, oh, The Mouth of Madness.
There's no shortage of them. Yeah.
Well, in the
He's
Mouth
the
of Madness,
dude.
Prince of Darkness. I mean,
Oh,
he
God.
wasn't
Oh,
in Prince
Prince
of
of
Darkness, but I mean that's just
No.
a great film. But I mean,
Part
so
of that
the-
Carpenter trilogy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Hey,
Well,
listener, bear with us. This is what our meetings are like.
Yeah. We basically kind of
bringing
hit record and just started.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
bringing it back to a community of people who love things, who don't want to see them go away, and I
Mhm.
think that's
And would like to draw your attention to them.
exactly.
And
I mean,
want to
even if you-
encourage you to make them.
Even if you have seen the thing that we might talk about, maybe
Mhm.
you haven't seen it in like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or at all, or maybe like the way we describe it sounds insane to you.
Mhm. Go
Because
check out the episode on Nightbreed.
yeah. Yeah.
I would love to
What?
get, like we said, we talked about possibly having a lady on the show.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I say that
I know, right?
tongue-in-cheek.
We're talking about DEI
But-
again. Jesus
But
Christ.
well, yeah.
Oh
but
no,
I
we're
would-
gonna get canceled. Or
I
something.
would like
Damn it.
all the DEI, please. I would like
Yes.
us to have.
Yes.
I would love to get someone that is under the age of
I don't know anybody
45
that young anymore.
on the show.
Yeah.
So a child?
So we could. They wouldn't even bother learning our names. We would just be chopped
much.
unk 1, chopped
Yeah.
unk 2,
Yep.
chopped unk 3,
Mhm.
chopped unk 4.
One of us would have to be Pops. But I'll let them figure out who needs to be Pops.
We could
But
roll
yeah,
a die.
I mean,
Coin Pops. There you go.
more,
pops.
more perspectives. More perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm bored of having this brain. I want to learn things. I
Yes.
think I've squeezed out about as much as possible. Like
Well, as it happens, I
at
don't
the
think
moment,
the
I'm
children are
reloading.
wrong, so,
Right,
No,
frankly,
no.
like we want to help. Frankly,
Yeah.
that's the thing. We want to be the cool
Well,
old folk in the village
that-
at the end of the story that makes a really good like cake.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 55, and I feel very much that I'm done now. I'm good. I'm gonna
No,
coast.
same.
I plan on coasting the rest of my life. I am not going to make a substantial impact anywhere, and I would love to see what the people who inherited it do with it.
Mhm.
You know, and some of it's not going to be for me. That's fine. I think it's great. We were talking about some of that before the show. There are some things that are not for me. I don't enjoy them, but that doesn't mean someone isn't going to. It doesn't mean that it's not going to speak to somebody.
Yeah,
And that's great. I'd love to hear from those people. I may not agree, but that's okay. I don't have to. I'm just some asshole.
right. And I'm not an asshole about it. Like it's
No.
fair. I like to be told.
God, I'm not right. God,
No, I'm just saying words to
saying
keep
it.
it going.
Yeah.
There's a few things that I can be correct about, but that depends on context and what we're talking about.
And the
doesn't
day of
matter.
the week.
Day of the week, if I had breakfast, like
Mhm.
am I shitting regularly? It's time for 2 chili dogs with cheese and onions.
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think I
it's
kid
cheaper than a
myself. I don't think I
colonoscopy.
can grade
Watch
It's like under
myself
myself
in
on
the
that.
nose.
I
It's great.
believe that our listeners
Oh, no.
enjoy the
Red
focus we put on the subjects that we present, whether it's a review of something that we watch or a deep
Oh,
dive
for
on,
sure.
on a subject that
Yeah.
we do a little bit of homework on.
Mhm.
I think it's more the kind of what it is that we think is interesting about it that we reveal that people are coming here for. I don't know.
Yeah. Like earlier, we were talking about kind of like the idea that scheduling such a nightmare. Obviously, like we were able to do one with one, one with two, whoever can make it whenever. And I was going to give Gru and Dan the keys, so like if I can't make it, like if I'm just wiped out, whatever, y'all be able to fire this up. It's real easy to use, like, and you guys be able to put something together. And if you need me to edit it, I can edit it. If you guys want to do that, that's fucking awesome too. I'll shoot you the theme songs and stuff. Well, the idea is to turn into this amorphous blob of a motherfucker that doesn't stop moving. And we know Scum's busy as shit. When it comes to these stories where we have a topic that we want to cover, like we definitely should have somebody be the lead or co-lead, like at most. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be everybody does a piece because I can't promise you that I'm gonna have the fucking energy. You know what I mean? Like that's just
Or
where I'm at
time.
right now. Right. It's completely been crazy. And I'm thankful for it. I need it, but at the same time, I'm beat. I don't have the mind to come home and read about weird things like, say, the telephone. It haunts me. It fucking haunts me. It's like the Hat Man, but I don't even need Benadryl. It's just always around. I've been dreaming about a flip phone. I know I'm regressing. The fucking movie that Possession, full of phones everywhere, all kinds of wall phones, people with dials, with buttons. It's 1981. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind, guys.
Back,
Take a deep breath.
back when the cell phone was a almost literal brick.
Oh, I had one of those. The battery lasted like 7 minutes. Real tough to do. Real tough to buy weed like that.
Yeah.
You really like shoot for the win. But no, really, when are you available?
used to go up
Like,
to
give
the
me
7-Eleven
5
near-
minutes, and
near
then I can
my buddy's
get
place, and
this
there would be
batteries old.
different gangs of people standing around different cell phones waiting for, or different payphones, waiting for calls back from their beeper.
Mm-hmm.
It was an interesting time, that's for sure.
Those were the days.
And now you know where the wire came from.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's it. Like we didn't want to do a whole long fucking episode or nothing. We just kind of want to let you know that it's not really like we're in a I don't know, crisis of faith or anything like that. It's just like we're trying to find our footing. And if you guys want to
Summer
hit us back,
vacation.
it's going to be another week or two, I think, before we actually can get around to like do an episode again. But
Yeah.
that happened. Illness happened. Travel happened. Exhaustion happened.
Yeah.
Scum getting a fucking great job happened.
As a librarian, the summer is my Christmas because summer reading program and shit. I don't have to deal with it as much anymore, but it's still something that pops up on my radar all the fucking time.
There's a band playing at West Side Bowl called Duo Decibel System.
I saw that.
I thought of you. I was
Now,
like, yeah, you'd like
anything that calls back to Melville Dewey can go fuck itself. But you know
Yeah.
what? That's clever. I
That
really
dodges.
like
That guy.
that dodges.
That guy. Oh
that's
my god.
See, that's the thing. If I do like a solo thing on here, I'll just do like a tight 45 minutes called "Fuck Dewey."
Yeah, dude.
Man, I can't remember what I was watching, but where I learned a bit more about him and setting up the libraries and just him and all the female librarians and what a bad thing that was. Oh,
he
my
was
God.
considered a sex pest in his time.
Yes.
Do you know what you had to do to be considered a sex pest in that time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. You had to not be rich. I mean, royal.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, that'll be fun. That'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
120 days of
And
Dewey.
if any listeners can think of any interesting
That made me feel
guests
gross.
they would
Yeah.
know and like us to have on or reach out to, we're always open to that kind of suggestion too. If someone can get a great booking.
Please,
Yeah.
please don't.
Yeah.
Please don't have AI write the email for you, though. We get plenty of those already.
Yeah, don't send the email to my personal because that's not how to get a hold of me, man.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
hope you scrub this entire, text to voice to text, whatever on Apple, whatever. We really liked your episode about British
Yeah.
Petroleum. I think it was like the second thing I said.
We think you would like to talk to our oil activist.
Yeah,
What?
they're famous for building several derricks out in the middle of the ocean.
Not oil derricks. They just put up a pole and then stick a guy named Derek on the pole. And then,
Yeah, there you go. Thwang it back and forth. and someone in a boat from Tonga comes over, plants a flag, and plays the national anthem and
Yeah.
takes the supplies and leaves. That's still the biggest flex, I think, in history. I love that so much. I want to go to Tonga and just hug whoever is still alive from that, or their kid. Just be like, oh, your dad ruled. You have no fucking idea. He was a convict. I know.
Right? Yeah.
Well, we are starting to spin out of control. Do you
Yep.
wanna-
No.
I'm exhausted. I guess
Us?
we pull the pin. Yeah, no, like I said, we're gonna have an episode here at some point. Bear with us. We love you. It's just lots happening. We're still here. There's absolutely no way this is over. My God. Dude, we got to stick around at least till we get to like an episode where we're just like, we told
One
you
person
so, or
pulls the
something.
pin, but somebody always jumps on the grenade. So
we got to feel that bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
I mean, at the very
Oh,
least,
yeah, I
for a
saw the
Cyberpunk
preview came
podcast,
out.
sooner or
That's
later we
okay.
have to do
Maybe
Neuromancer,
this is discussed for another
right?
time.
Oh yeah. Or
Well-
No, I just mean the book. I mean,
you know what? Now would be a good time to do the book.
we could do the book.
There's a book.
Because I'm doing this thing right now where I'm not watching the trailer for it or the trailer for Blade Runner.
Yeah, I kind
I
of want to
wanna-
see both things, but I also want to go in kind of blind.
I want to wait until the 4th episode drops
Mhm.
and then start, so that
Yep.
if it's good enough, I can double up. And they got until 3. The 3rd one's got to kick ass.
Mhm.
Well,
That's-
it does. Yeah, I mean, the book does not start out with a. I mean,
No,
so
I
don't
don't want
expect
that
the show
from
to
that.
go.
I'm talking about that with Blade Runner. It better be interesting.
See, that was the great thing about Foundation on Apple TV is the book
Mm-hmm.
does not start out with a roar, and neither does it really. I mean,
No, but they drop a
it's got-
fucking space elevator, and it
that
made
is
my
one of the
goddamn
finest-
day.
That is one of the finest things ever filmed, and of course, what's his name? Jared
Lee-
Harris, I believe. that's
Lee
his name.
Pace.
Yeah.
is pretty
Jared
good,
Harris.
too.
I will
will
watch him in
in
anything.
Pace. Yep.
Whatever.
I want him to read my eulogy.
Paramount
Pace is great.
Yeah.
Lee
Jared
Pace
Harris.
fucking won me
That's a
over
really
in
excellent series.
what do you call it? Halt and Catch Fire. He's
Yeah.
so fucking good in that.
Yeah.
I mean, it could
It's so
it
good.
could seriously be Paramount Pictures proudly presents Jared Harris standing on an empty stage reading aloud from the Wall Street Journal. I'd be tuning into that shit.
Yeah.
I'd
I would
watch
follow
it.
him around
Look,
when he
you-
starts
you
muttering
can't-
to himself. Like
You can't
Just
deny
take
there's
notes.
some really great or the potentially really great stuff coming this autumn and into the new year.
Which
I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm
Isn't
looking
it a-
forward to
isn't it a little weird that there's all this cyberpunk media coming out here all of a sudden? That's really strange. I wonder. It's almost like there's a I don't know. I mean, a conspiracy theorist might posit a few things, but you
No,
got a new
yeah,
Ghost in the Shell. There's a new Blade Runner. There's a new Neuromancer.
yeah, we put an episode out.
Yeah, we did. I mean,
Ooh, we're fucked,
we-
guys.
riding that wave.
Yeah, riding that wave. Man, I thought when we started our podcast was bad because Cyberpunk came out, on consoles and PC, and it was like, oh yeah, nobody's gonna find this.
look. There are a bunch of things happening right now that are being reflected in the art, which I love. The cyberpunk stuff coming out is as if people are realizing that not only are there people that want to watch it, but it's got a message. I think it's been great to see a bunch of movies with Nazis as bad guys. I think
Yeah.
that's been awesome.
That's
Yeah.
a fun
really great
trope.
to see
I,
that.
I
trend
remember when I
coming back,
when I
you
found.
know?
Oh,
this
that's
book
just
as a
nostalgia.
listener,
No,
it
that's
was-
history,
I was
motherfuckers.
like, oh, it's
Yeah.
not about the video game. Okay, I'm listening more now. yeah.
Yeah, same.
I remember.
I
the,
enjoyed the video game, and I know you
yeah, it's a
enjoy the
great
role playing game,
fantastic, yeah.
but the genre speaks to me in ways that I would like to relate with people and not have them think that I'm insane.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot to it.
there is.
I mean, I look. A lot of my approach on this has always been inspired by like the fact that Gibson wrote the shit on a typewriter and didn't have a computer.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's that you have to pull from outside to make the thing. You can't iterate the thing.
Yes.
And that's just been a thing of mine. Like that's why I haven't written anything in a while. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing next. I guess I'm gonna have to learn Twine. God damn it. Well, I get bored, and then John Boyce blows us all out of the water with like football in the year 1776 with
That
the
was
greatest
amazing.
thing I've ever seen on the fucking internet.
We got to link off to that. That's a good one.
I'm gay. It's seriously, you think it's going to be about football? And oh boy, is it!
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's been a while
I'll
since
link
I've
it up.
read that one.
I went through it a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, the whole time I'm just going, just head back and forth, like, you motherfucker, that's so good. Anyway, see, there's good stuff out there,
Mhm.
and it is commenting on things like existential dread,
Mhm.
and we're gonna try to bring some of that to you. Like not like we did. It's gonna be different. It is definitely gonna have like a different kind of angle.
All right.
We,
Well,
we want to help.
this is like the fourth time we've ended this thing. This is worse than Lord of the Rings. So
Yeah,
Well, this has
Jesus
been a
Christ.
public
let's
service
stick a fork in
message.
it and let people get back to whatever they were doing.
I'm gonna put the one ring in my.
Yes.
Brought to you by
By
Vote
the
Lord Desk.
by the
Raid.
Republican Party of Mahoning County, Ohio.
Invisible change, visible progress. Sacrifice comfort, gain control. Work is worship, rest is rebellion. Obedience over innovation. Sacrifice self, serve self. Suffer in silence, prosper in need. Greater the exploitation, the greater the reward. Enter our safety. More report, more peace.